Hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Hi, it's Wednesday. It's the 4th of February. And this is your Lighthouse Tapestry crew. And we are here live with you this evening. And welcome in. We are so delighted that you are joining us. And we are excited. We've got a good discussion tonight. There's a lot of energy out there. And Dawn's going to walk us through the astrology and some tips of how we manage our energy over the coming weeks around this is a total lunar eclipse coming on the 17th. So we are going to expect some fireworks, but welcome in. And let's let everyone say hello. We've got Morgan and we've got Wendy.
Hello.
We've got Michelle.
Hello.
And Dawn and Ron.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, so we are really excited and there's a lot happening this evening. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And we are going to ask Wendy to do our clearing for this evening. Over to you, Wendy.
All right. So first, go ahead and find a comfortable position for yourself. And then I want you to take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. And gently exhale through your mouth. Allow your body to settle. Feel the chair beneath you, the floor supporting you, the earth holding you. With your next breath, imagine roots gently extending from the soles of your feet and the base of your spine, traveling deep into the earth. These roots anchor you into stability, safety, and calm. Let's pause here for a moment. You are supported. You are held. Bring awareness to your heart center. Breathe softly into your heart and invite a feeling of peace to wash through your chest, your shoulders, your neck, and your jaw. As you exhale, release any tension, urgency, or heaviness you've been carrying. Anything that no longer serves your highest good is gently dissolving. Silently or aloud, affirm, I choose peace. I choose calm. I choose presence. Now notice something small and joyful. Joy does not need to be loud. Joy can be soft. Imagine a gentle golden light surrounding your body, clearing away old worries and emotional residue. Affirm, I release what no longer serves me. I make space for peace and clarity. Visualize a calm path unfolding before you. This is your spiritual path. Affirm, I am grounded. I am guided. I am protected. I walk my path with ease and grace. Take one more breath in and slowly exhale. Go ahead and start wiggling fingers and toes. And when you're ready, open your eyes and we'll resume. Okay. So yeah, we're going to go on over to Yvonne. She's got some very interesting stuff to share for what's going on with the astrology right now.
All right. Hello, everyone. Well, I'm sure everybody has been feeling the energy. It kind of has been a pretty constant thing going on. And as a matter of fact, I will add this to the stage so you can take a look. Oh, there's something other media up there. Hang on just a second. All right. Remove. Okay. There we are. So let me go there and make this a little bit bigger. One of the things that I wanted to show you is that we have this is for tomorrow. This is tomorrow. And what's going to be happening tomorrow is Mercury, the lower form of Uranus, is going to be squaring Uranus. So unexpected news coming out. Uranus is the energy of the unexpected, the sudden, the instant, the tower. It does not have to be bad, but it's a square. So it's something that's going to be challenging. And to me, when I look at some of the other things that we've been having going through, I know we discussed earlier before we came on that we had all of that energy of all the planets that touched Pluto when they came through, all the personal planets. And we still have the sun overshadowing both Venus, Mercury, and Mars still. So there's things that we're still not able to know that are still going on behind the scenes. Some things have already started to come to light, but I think that there's still things that are going to be coming out even more. Pluto is one of those things that kind of digs up the dirt and allows people to really look deep. And it requires us to completely change and transform. It's usually considered death and rebirth because you have to completely end something, get it thoroughly cleaned out, and then move onward with it, something totally new. And we have all of this Uranus energy that's coming up, especially this week. So tomorrow, Mercury squares Uranus. You'll probably see unexpected news come out all across the world. There's many things happening on many different fronts. We do have actually Venus will be squaring Uranus on Sunday. So again, that energy of things unexpected happening. And Venus has a tendency to be our relationships, and especially our relationships with other women. We do have the sun still going to be overshadowing all of those other elements because it's at least between 10 and 15 degrees before the planets can be seen coming out of the rays of the sun. So we're still having things not completely seen yet. And we have this very unexpected energy with Uranus where if Uranus is involved, all I usually say is you have to kind of clear your plate in the sense that there are things that you're going to be coming up that you're going to need to deal with because this is square energy. And the best thing to do is as things come in, the best idea is to be an observer of that energy because there's things I don't think we're going to know yet. We're not going to know for a while. And we're going to keep this energy for the next 8 weeks, actually, because this is eclipse season. And the solar eclipse that happens on the 17th is at 28 degrees of Aquarius right here. And that is going to be square the 27 degrees of Uranus over here. And Uranus is a ruler of Aquarius. So this unexpected square energy, Uranus is going to be in charge, basically. So the best thing to do is, I think, utilize like the beautiful grounding that we just had and utilize getting out in nature and all other things that can calm down the very high energy of the monkey brain, the hamster wheel that goes on in the head, because Uranus can stimulate that, especially Mercury and Uranus squares. This is going on all the time. So you need to turn that off in order for for your brain to have time to actually be able to absorb information in. Again, we're going to be having, in the middle of the eclipse season, we're going to be having brand new things that are going to be seeded, because on the 13th of February, we will have Saturn move to 0 degrees of Aries. And then on the 20th, after the eclipse has happened, they will join exactly in the 0, I think it's 043, I think is the actual degree, 043. So brand new things starting in the very, very, very first degree of the zodiac. We do have Saturn at 29 degrees through February 13th. So big cycles are ending. Big cycles are ending. There are things that I think we need to wait for more information to come out. I still think the best thing to do at the time is just to be in observer mode. And there's a lot of people that aren't going to understand the energy. And by the time we get to the weekend, the moon will move into Scorpio, which is very Mars energy. So I would say be aware of your emotions. And I never believe in suppressing emotions, but I believe in not having to act upon them and really think things through. So those are the things that I can think of right off the top of my head regarding what is going on with the energy. And I think that as long as everybody is aware that they do need to have things that they can go to as a form of, just turning down the volume on all of that extra energy that's out there. And you can actually set your intentions for, I want downloads, right? I can turn that energy around and make it work for me. I can say, okay, with this Venus square, I want to, do something to act with other women in my community. If we all want to, like, they're having, what is it, February 14th. I know there's a lot of Galentine's days that are going to be going on. So I think the idea of us being community and being supportive of each other is very, very important. I can't think of, it's just one of those cases where this is unprecedented astrology for this entire year. And it's going to be very, very loud. So hopefully that will kind of give you an idea of how best to deal with the energy. But I do think it's be prepared to have unexpected things happening. And, I've been trained by Uranus already to be friends with Uranus. So it's just like something unexpected happens. And sometimes it's inconvenient. And sometimes it's great. So this is where I like it when we set intentions for all of the things going on, the things that we release and the things that we want to come in. So with that, I will go ahead and we will turn it over to, let me see who we're gonna actually ask the collective question of everyone. For the collective, how can I best utilize this energy to prepare for what's ahead? So we will start with Morgan.
Thanks, Dawn. That was great. And the clearing as well, Wendy, that was lovely. Okay, so how can I best utilize this energy to prepare for what's ahead? And I'm pulling from the Crystal Spirits deck and the card that came out, and it's just making so much sense. I just, this crystal spirit that came out, it's called Smithsonite, okay? And when I looked into this intuitively, I just heard hunker down and lay low. And then it makes a lot of sense from the suggestions and even the clearing with what was being said about, like, I choose peace and just really focusing on sort of like this cocoon energy, right? And then Dawn talking about being the observer. And so I also got on this card that you've, like, somebody's in this cocoon here, and then I see there's like a callus here. It's almost like a callus. So I feel like like we've built up this protective kind of like we've got thicker skin now in order to handle this. But if you can see the face in this image, it's almost like they're just like in this, like almost like swaddled, like a newborn baby. That's the image I got, but still emanating a lot of beautiful light and energy from this space. Okay, so this is a 51 card, and it says essential meaning, rebirth from chaos, evolution, stress relief, emotional boost, clearing of obstacles to growth. And then it says, from here to there can be a rocky road, one that may even seem to move under your feet as you engage in a process of healing with roiling emotions. The journey can be confusing and unsettling and cause you to want to beat a hasty retreat. But Smithsonite Spirit's message is clear as you can be, as clear as can be. Sorry. You are haltingly moving forward into creating something new. If you feel as if you're unsteady and even going a little backward at times, it is only because you're being asked to look at the past and the lessons learned so that your next steps can be sure and steady. The ground is firm beneath you, the wind is at your back, and the conscious universe is beside you. So there is no need to look for what may seem to be safer ground. The landscape around you is changing, you are changing, and soon you will feel much more settled. If you heed the call of Smithsonite Spirit and trust that you'll be just fine. So just breathe. It's all going to resolve soon, and the obstacles you find daunting will disappear. All right. And with that, I am going to pass it on to Michelle.
Perfect. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you for that beautiful message. So the card that I pulled when I was answering the question of how can we prepare for the unexpected energy that's coming, and I pulled from the Angel Therapy Oracle deck. And the card that I pulled to answer that question for the collective is to visualize success. And the message of that card is see yourself doing well in this situation and have faith in a positive outcome. So that's so important going through these turbulent times. As we know, we have to expect the unexpected. We don't really know what's coming, but a lot is going to be coming based on the energies that Dawn just laid out for us. So a big part of that is where do you want to focus your energy? You can't control what goes on the outside, but you can control what's going on inside of yourself. So by you visualizing that you're going to be okay, no matter what, you're going to get through this, then you'll have that positive outcome. You don't want to get into that, trapped in that energy of fear, because it'll just make you kind of spiral a little bit and have more fear around you. So it's kind of that whole thought of your thoughts, manifest your reality. So you want to try to stay calm as best you can. If you find yourself getting upset, shut off the news, walk away, do whatever you need to do. And the further message of that card, the deeper message is the angels want to boost your confidence and relieve you of worries about this situation. Part of this process involves holding positive visions for yourself and any other people involved. When you expect the best, you inspire the best in yourself and others. The situation you're inquiring about depends on your faith in and a firm vision of a successful outcome. Fortunately, the angels can help you hold a high and clear vision of success. Just ask them for this help and it is done. So a nice reminder from the angels to not be afraid to ask for help. When you feel yourself getting a little bit low, ask them to come in and boost your energy and keep your thoughts positive to manifest that into your life. So with that, I would like to turn it over to Sari.
All right. Thank you, Michelle. Very wise advice. And I pulled from the All-Seeing Heart Oracle deck, and I pulled a card called the Shapeshifter. And the meaning of this is really interesting because Dawn, it just fits the astrology. It says this card relates to the dualistic nature of everyday situations and the notion of as above, so below. This may not refer to taking action, but instead contemplating different perspectives and understanding a situation from many different angles. So it goes along the lines of being the observer. And it says, when you become open to seeing things differently, you may find that you also need to challenge your old beliefs and patterns, which we are all doing right now. So I think being the shapeshifter is the message around that, is being able to see from different perspectives and observing, but not necessarily needing to act on anything at this time. And so this is a beautiful card that just really aligns with the energy of the astrology. And so I will pass, I will pass this now on to Ron.
Well, thank you, Sheree. That was great reading. And I pulled a card from the Shaman's Dream. This is one of my favorite decks. And it's always interesting to me when I pull the exact same card twice. So I pulled this card last week, and it's the Further Gate. When the Further Gate card shows up, it is a clear call to lift your eyes to the horizon and begin to walk towards your future. You're marching in place right now, stirring the dust, but not getting anywhere. Trust that your forward movement will lead you to a new destination you have already set for yourself, but perhaps forgotten or neglected because of your everyday busyness. The Further Gate comes to tell you that an ending is at hand and that you can leave the old behind. Let it peel away like an old skin you shed. Do not hesitate. Cross the threshold boldly, and you will be rewarded. If you continue marking time instead of moving, you will miss the opportunity. The gate is open. The next landscape of your life is within reach, but the window of time to pass through it grows shorter. Do not delay. A gift of the Further Gate is to bring you to the fullest expression of your gifts, perhaps for the first time. It is an invitation to a sacred passage, to new discovery and both challenges and opportunities. It is not a graduation. There are no rewards other than the exploration itself. You have been a farmer far too long, tilling the hard land soil that now bears little fruit for you. Time to put on the explorer hat once again. So again, with all the activity that's going on in the universe, and as everyone's talking about the action, I believe it's telling you to take care of yourself, move forward. And with that, I'm going to pass it to Wendy.
Thanks, Ron. So I pulled a card from the Oracle of the Fairies. And I thought this was interesting because, yes, I love how all of our messages are coming together and kind of showing the scope of all of this in different angles. Sometimes when, we have a really hard time being able to shift our focus, right? And so I got nature's signs. Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We need only open our hearts and minds. So I think really this is just about getting grounded so that you can shift your focus. And sometimes, we get really caught up in the details, the minutia of life. And this is just a really great reminder. And it's also the description, which I'm going to read in just a second, is really, really fun. It's a great tool to have at your disposal at any time to just kind of slow down and be in the moment and start noticing things. So it says, the fairies love to leave hints and clues for us in nature. It's one of the many creative ways in which they initiate communication with us. For example, fairies often leave feathers or release floating dandelion seeds to let us know they're nearby. The appearance of a friendly bird, such as a robin, is another message from the fairies that they're close by. Fairies and other creatures I would say also other energies, often work together as they're all in harmony with the earth, whose wisdom can come in many forms. So just allow yourself to be receptive and use your intuition to decipher any signs that you see. You could leave your own sign for the fairies next time if you're out in nature, letting them know you wish to connect with them. Leaving a tiny wooden fairy door next to a tree, which I love that idea because it's so cute, is a sure sign to the fairies that you're a fairy friend, while placing a figurine of a fairy or a gnome in your garden or on your porch tells the fairies that you welcome them. When leaving things outside for the fairies, make sure they're natural and biodegradable, and don't use any screws or nails because some fairies don't like metal. If possible, sit next to a flowing stream. Water is a great way to communicate, and visualize your cares being resolved and any concerns flowing away. Alternately, imagine your hopes and wishes flowing towards you, looking out for any significant signs from nature as you do so. The fairies will pick up on your intentions and help to manifest them. If you don't have access to a stream, it can be just as effective to visualize this process. Okay, I would say this also would work with, spirits, people who have passed on, people that you are connected to. Often also leave little hints for us that they're here, that they're still watching, that they still support us. And you can also do the same. And even if it's just a thought of, like, hey, I love you and I feel you here with me. So please use those tools to be able to kind of ground yourself and slow down so that you can shift your focus to where it needs to be right now. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to Dawn.
Hello, and I do love the fact that Spirit always knows the best card to come out next. And the card that I got, and I think this is a good reminder, it's the last card for the collective, is you need to continue to be your 11-year-old self, that inner child that is within you. And I love this, and I especially love it after that fairy card, because I have an older sister who does that. She has like fairy apartments, and she has a little fairy village, and she has water that she's got running for. I mean, it is like a thing. And she has all of her grandchildren come over, and they get to place, the little statues of fairies all over the place. And usually every year she's adding to it. It's like a big fairyland that's there. And it's that sense of fun and the sense of the unexpected and the believing in the things that you can't see. And I love this energy of, well, maybe the unexpected can be ice cream or popcorn or something like that. That's fun. And to me, it's this very much inner child energy that we need to really let come out. And I loved some of the phrases in this, the way that it really brings that into perspective. Your 11-year-old self wants to play, explore, and feel safe. Your 11-year-old is also more perceptive than you realized. They know when they're safe and when they're not, and will create armor around their hearts to survive. How would you treat an 11-year-old? And I think that's what's important. Is this is an amazing time that we're actually going through. It's one of those things there, if you wanted to be anywhere in history, this is probably the place that you want to be. So grab some popcorn, maybe a glass of wine, and do a Netflix binge or something fun. There's lots of new stuff coming out. And really just enjoy yourself, because there's no one who can deal with the unexpected better than an 11-year-old. It's like, oh, dinner plans have changed. Okay, let's go with that. Let's roll with it, and just make it something fun. Make it changeable for yourself. So with that, we will go ahead and go back to, I believe we're going back to Morgan. So Morgan will start the individual reads.
Thanks so much, Dawn. Okay, so I'm pulling a card for Deborah Pocan, and I'm pulling from the Animal Tarot cards. And the card that came out for you, Deborah, is this number 5 card, which is about changes, and this is unity. And when I looked into this card, I saw that people are seeing you as very magical, like you're stepping into, or you are some type of like teacher, leader, this type of thing. You also have like quite an abundant, beautiful, clearing energy around you. They also said here that people are seeing you as very magical, or they will be. And also, they just said, they kind of laughed about this because I feel like this kind of felt like fans or somebody who's like really in awe of you. Okay. And then they said, try to have patience with your students. This is how they put it. So I don't know if you have some people that are like always wanting to be in your energy, but you're stepping into quite the magical role right now. Okay. So this says polar bear, spiritual transformation, divine teaching, initiation, awakening, and faith to withstand any challenge. Polar bears, like the Unity card, represent deep spiritual growth. They symbolize the importance of having an experienced teacher to guide you on your sacred journey. Due to their extreme living conditions, they may suggest a black and white approach to decision making. Is this one of those times when a traditional route makes the most sense, or is thinking strategically to come up with a more original plan the order of the day? Deal with challenges in a flexible and contemplative way. This card can also indicate a need to seek out spiritual mentors who can help you understand who you truly are, embrace growth and evolution, and then share that knowledge with others. Polar bears are symbolic of meaningful moments of spiritual evolution. Their lives call for solitude and introspection, but also a compassion and love for their children. By following their example, you will enrich your spiritual life immensely. Polar bears are extremely intelligent and able to adapt to their surroundings. Likewise, the Unity card asks you to examine your situation with an open mind so that you can adjust your plans accordingly. And with that, I'm going to pass it on to Michelle.
Perfect. Thank you, Morgan. Okay, so today, to start off, I am doing a reading for Penny Hanshaw. And the message I got for you, Penny, I used the Healing with the Angels deck. And the card I pulled for you was the Serenity card. And as you can see, there's an angel, and she looks very calm and peaceful in this garden, looking down at the flowers. And it actually looks like she is being protected. You can see that she is in a bubble where she's just in a really peaceful, calm energy place. So that's the energy that you're moving into. And the message is just that. You're moving into a time of greater inner peace and tranquility. How beautiful is that, especially in these times? Peace of mind means feeling secure and knowing that you're always provided for, even if your logical mind cannot fathom how a challenge could be resolved. Peace of mind means that you trust that God will create a miraculous solution. This sort of faith is always warranted because faith is a key component in experiencing such miracles. By drawing this card, the angels reassure you that peace of mind is within you. You can feel serene even in the midst of great turmoil. It is a mistake to think that you have to wait until your life is problem-free before you can be happy and peaceful. The opposite is actually true. First, you work towards serenity, and then your life challenges lessen and disappear. Serenity is your natural state of mind, and the angels are now working with you to actualize this. So, Penny, they're calling on you to focus on this. Yes, things are crazy around you, but you can still keep that calm within you by focusing on things that bring you joy and calm and peace and balance. What makes you feel peaceful? Is it being around a garden? Is it walking in the woods? Whatever that is, that's where you're being guided to look and work towards, Penny. So I trust that that message finds you well. And with that, I would like to turn it over to Sari.
Thank you, Michelle. Tonight I'm reading for Anna, and Anna, I pulled from the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck. This is actually the Eye of Horus. If some of you don't know this symbol, but this is a beautiful deck. And Anna, the message for you tonight, I had 2 jumpers that flew out, so they wanted to be heard. And the first one is called meditate. And I'm going to put this symbol up here and tell you what the symbol is. It's the Gaian mudra. It says the mudra is a powerful hand posture that's been practiced for thousands of years by yogis. It brings peace, calmness, and spiritual progress. It relates to the planet Jupiter and can bring many health benefits for mind, body, and soul with consistent practice. And the meaning of the card, it says, drawing this card asks you to create more stillness in your life right now. Utilize meditation, breath work, and other gentle activities to relieve stress and bring more peace into your entire being. You may need a break from daily duties for clarity. Your current situation may be distracting you, so more quiet time and less attachment may be required. Meditate on this symbol or practice this mudra to feel a universal connection within every cell of your body. And it's the way that you actually hold your fingers in this mudra, they said, is the power of this. And so that was the first message, Anna, to meditate. And the second message I got that flew out was good fortune. So this is such a beautiful card. And I wanted just to read a little bit of this to you. So it says, good fortune is coming your way. No matter what you are asking, the universe gives you its blessing. This is also a powerful time for manifesting. So ask specifically what you want more of in your life, and it is granted. Sorry, I have a wild dog outside that's lost it. And so acknowledge the blessing in your life and more will appear. So this is the pagan magical symbol for blessings and good fortune. So you've got some really lovely energy, Anna, around you. So meditate and get still. But whatever you want from the universe, it's saying you will get it, but be specific, because the universe wants to give you specifically what you desire. And that is a really positive set of cards. And with that, I'll send it on to Ron.
Thank you, Cherie, and thank you, Luna. That's her dog. So I'm pulling a card for Kevin. Yeah, Kevin. Sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. This is an oracle deck of the 7 energies, and the card that I pulled for you is willing release. And so some days you have to let go of your struggle to find the answer and focus on other things for a while. This doesn't mean giving up altogether or losing anything. Remember that in our co-creative partnership with the divine, give and take is necessary. You do your part by setting your intention and taking any necessary actions, but you must then surrender the form, the timing, and the how of your higher power. This is something that's very standard. You put out the thought and let the divine take care of it. There's a divine plan for each of us. When acting on this faith, you may find that your intense desire for something translates to a feeling of attachment or entitlement. Right now, can you immerse yourself in this experience and allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on your behalf without interference? Can you be open to receiving what is yours, even if it is not packaged in the form you thought you wanted? Perhaps if you look deeper, you will see that you have received the perfect vibrational match to your most authentic wants and needs. You have put in the work, defined your desires, and felt them deeply and engaged in your higher power. Now you must let go and see what transpires. This isn't always easy. Impatience erodes and the foundations impatience erodes the foundations of your trust in the divine. Surrendering truly will serve your highest good. Knowing this truth in your heart can really be a question. Can that really be so difficult? And of course, it should not be. It's so easy. Put out your intention and let go. Divine takes over after that part. And thank you very much for coming tonight. And I'm going to pass it on to Wendy.
All right. Thank you, Ron. Okay, so I am reading for Venus. And I pulled a card from the Cosmic Journey Oracle and just asked for any advice from Spirit for you. And I love this because I love when lighthouses show up on our Lighthouse Tapestry channel. So I got the 43 card, Your Lighthouse Guides You Home to the Stars. Okay, so you are entering a very auspicious time right now. The symbols, signs, and nudges you've been getting from the universe are calling you forward. Sometimes they're gentle, sometimes more jarring, all saying, this is what you signed up for, so get on with it. Trust your dreams. Know deep in your heart that you have a destiny of greatness here to fulfill. A little voice inside may be saying that you made this whole thing up. Well, what if you did? Does it matter? All of the stories we tell each other are the ones we've created anyway. So why not make your life story a mythical tale? And all along the way, you have a beacon calling you home. So I think I can say more than one of us here have felt this pull, this call, and saying, hey, this is what you signed up for, so just do it. So I think that message is getting louder and louder for more and more people. I hope that resonates for you, Venus, and I hope you just grab the reins and go for it. Okay? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this on to Dawn.
Hello, and I am reading for Peggy. Hi, Peggy. I'm very excited. I picked this Oracle deck, and it came out with this really, really beautiful card called Talisman. And just, you know, we're setting forward on our path. We have these little markers along the way. There's all these little symbols that are scattered throughout this entire card. And let's just find out what's out there that is going to be guiding us along our path. So, a lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success that you seek. And this is the number 49 card. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever you're inquiring, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lessons and earned the right to your success. And I do want to say that one of the things that I got was like, yes, lessons bring wisdom. And for some of us, we have to learn it the hard way. Guilty, guilty, guilty. So, you know, we take that with us as we go through our path. And yes, we have learned. And again, sometimes we had to learn it the hard way, but then we know that pitfall, we know that energy, and we know what we don't want. So we choose then what we do want or something different along the way. So I think this is the energy that it's like, if you feel like you've made a mistake in the past, it was a lesson. It was a lesson that's going to help you in the future. So I want you to take that energy with you, because I feel that, you know, there's still quite a bit of road left on this path, and that energy will serve you as you move forward. So with that, we will go back to Morgan.
Great. Thank you, Dawn. Okay, so I'm pulling a card for Tony Taylor, and I'm pulling from the Path of the Soul Destiny cards. And I got really excited. I feel like this is almost like a Valentine's Day card for you. It's a number 20 card. And then right away I saw like a big smile. And then I almost saw like those little flowers. I think they're called sweet peas, where they look like those sweet little faces. But I was really pulled into the energy of like rose energy. And like I could almost like, I don't know if you're going to be receiving flowers soon, or if not, buy yourself a flower and just like really embrace this, have this around your room or in your office or at somewhere in your house so that you can look at this and enjoy like kind of like this flowery energy. But it says companions love, and it said this card speaks of passion, creation, and union between lovers. Allowing yourself to be truly seen and vulnerable is an important step in learning to trust. There are many levels of love which can be experienced, but this speaks of the deepest, most intimate of all unions. Through this deep connection, energy is in full flow. Love is source energy. Whether we experience this source alone, through meditation, or through our connection with another, it is still source. Enjoy it, play in it, and allow yourself to fully embrace all it has to offer. And with that, I'm going to pass it on to Michelle.
Perfect. Thank you, Morgan. My next person that I have is I'm going to be doing a reading for Bora Bora. And I really hope that's where you are from. And if you are, I'm very jealous. So the card I chose for you, Bora Bora, is from the Angel Therapy Oracle card deck. And just a beautiful, powerful card that says that you are profoundly clairvoyant. And as you can see, the angel's looking into a bubble where she's seeing all kinds of beautiful, magical things. So the clairvoyance is basically focusing on your gift of being able to see things, your intuition is very strong on your third eye. So this is like the color is indigo. You can picture indigo between your third eye. And it's all about clear seeing and clear visions. So they're trying to tap you into that energy. I don't know if you're already aware of that or not, but it's a beautiful gift that you can use in your everyday life for yourself. And if you choose to help others. And the message says that trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical sight. For your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. So I don't know if that's something that you feel called to do, is help or healing others or providing guidance for others, or maybe it's just for yourself, but what a beautiful gift for you to tap into and to use more in your life. And the further message is that the angels send you this card to help you trust the visions you receive in your mind's eye during dream time, as well as the signs that you physically see, such as recurring numbers, feathers, coins, flashes of light, and so forth. Since the Creator is all-seeing, it stands to reason that you and everyone else would inherit the gift of spiritual sight. If your gift seems blocked, the cause may be a painful past experience that the angels can help you heal and release. Know that it's right for you to see clairvoyantly, as this blessing can be used to assist you with your healing and teaching work. Your clairvoyance also gives you continuous and accurate guidance, much like a GPS electronic map in a car that guides you to the right destination. So trust what you see. So how beautiful is that? So trust in what you're seeing in both your outer and inner vision, Bora Bora. And I hope that that message finds you well. And with that, I would like to turn it over to Sari.
All right. I am reading from Misty. Hi, Misty. And I pulled from the Dreamweaver's Oracle, and I got a very similar message that was the one that Wendy did for Venus. And this is called "A Firebird is Called to Soar." And it looks like a dragon of sorts. The meaning is being fully you, knowing who you are and who you're becoming, authenticity, and shining on behalf of the divine. It says, do you know who you are, what you truly value, what matters to you, and how you genuinely feel about things? Can you be that person without worrying what others think of you? You are a unique and special soul with your own path, your own journey to travel. You have incarnated with a purpose built into your every being. You don't have to look for it ever. It's inside of you, and it's been that way all along. This is something to celebrate, Misty. Just as a great symphony is made up of many instruments, each one integral to the whole, your special note is essential to the great song of life. You need to play your note and not someone else's. So at this moment, being yourself, speaking up about what's important to you, and making choices from an authentic desire to participate is always what's best for everyone. So I'm going to say in plain English, go for it, girl, and don't look back. Own your awesomeness and don't be afraid to show the world who you are, because you're supposed to be playing that special note. And no one can play it for you because it's unique to you. And own it and just revel in this, because it's time for you to soar, girl. All right. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ron.
Thank you, Cherie. I'm kind of missing Luna. I was hoping they'd be barking a little bit. I'm pulling for MC, and I'm pulling from the Talisman Oracle deck. And what I pulled is divine guidance. I don't think you get better than that. So what it says is that it's best to watch out for a sign before moving forward. You are ready to enjoy the fruits of your hard work, but don't decide to embrace any one aspect of your life just yet. Wait for some more information to emerge before making that choice. This card can also mean that it's best to use your intuition and make the final call. As soon as I turn the page, it says the final. Okay, rather than your rational mind. Try to read the signs carefully and trust your instincts. Although it may be frustrating to wait, proceeding when the time is right will be much more rewarding. And always take the advice from the divine. And with that, I'm going to move it on to Wendy.
All right. So I pulled a card for Shirley, and this is from the Enchanted Map Oracle. And I got Deep Freeze, 26. So that's an 8. So I'm thinking doing the work here. So everything has a season. Now is the time to put activity on hold while you rest. Definitely goes in line with the astrology that John was talking about. The cold winter beckons you to slow down. Put a freeze on things that are not yet ready to bloom. It's time for regeneration and hibernation. Forgo ambitious activity. A pregnant pause allows ideas to gestate, projects to shift and change, and relationships to go through a dreamy state of being, not going anywhere, not needing to. This is also a time to pull all your arguments, to put all of your arguments on ice. Nothing beneficial will come from any of them. Self-care is the most important activity now. So reflect, read a good book, get a massage, rest, and dream. And I want to give this advice to everybody, especially myself. So it's okay to let things just kind of simmer for a while. Like Don was saying with this square, it's like squares tend to want to call us into action. So you might feel like, I need to move on this. I need to move on this. You're just being told, no, don't. Just hold on. Just wait. Let things kind of figure themselves out a little bit before you start to take action. You really want to kind of gather yourself, gather your energy, get grounded, and feel good before you're going to start moving forward. So I think we've got one more reading to do tonight, and I'm going to pass this on to Dawn.
Hello, and I remembered to unmute myself through the entire evening, so I'm going to call it a win. And we are going to talk to Salama, and she had a question about what the rest of February is going to bring for her, and also in regard to her work status. And I'm using this Cosmic Journey Oracle, and I did get some download messages for you, but let me tell you what is in the card first. It's not a very long little paragraph here. Mentorship, guide, superpower. There's a reason you admire certain characters, heroes, or mentors. Those you look up to represent a golden shadow. They reflect exactly who you are when you act from your highest self. Who are you most attracted to right now? call forth your ally. They can be anyone dead or alive. It doesn't matter for this conversation. Activate them now. And I really did get the sense of we also have guides. We also have ancestors. And I do feel like part of this is one of the things I always told my sons, and this came to my mind too, is it's who you know. So who do you know? Who are you out being seen with? Who are you talking to? What connections are you making? Because you can find, that's the Uranus, using the Uranus energy in that sense, is that you can make unexpected connections. Mercury square Uranus, Venus square Uranus, I would say other women, that will help you as far as finding a job. It's using your network. So I really feel the answer to this is you utilizing the energy of being a part of a network and getting an ally in that will then lead to you finding the right position for you. So I really feel like this is something that we can all utilize as well, because it's us saying, okay, I'm going to take what is out there. And I was thinking too, it's like, look at what is in your, I don't usually say this very often, but look at where you have, if you know how to pull up your chart, look at where you have the beginning of Aries, the end of Pisces, and where Aquarius is in your chart, especially 28 degrees of Aquarius, and what's talking to it. What is around 28 degrees anywhere else in your chart, so that you can really start utilizing that energy for yourself, because you can make it work for you. That's part of the fun of astrology, is not sometimes you know that you have a lesson that you have to learn, but other times it's, I can use this energy to help myself along. So I do feel for you that the best thing that you can do is go out, be seen, and activate. What was I just thinking? The ladies network that will help you find a place that you can actually then start to get a job that you're really going to enjoy. So I think we got a chance to get nearly everybody this evening. That's always a joy for us when we feel like we're getting everybody out in the audience. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Invite other people to come in, and we will always give you a heads up as far as when we have our moon ceremonies coming up. We always have a great interest in having you watch our videos and like and share and comment. So we're getting very, very excited about what we're going to be doing in the future. And we love that we have such a steady base of everyone that is out there right now. So thank you so much. And with that, we will say goodnight for the evening, and we love you very much. Take care.